Gentlemen, we do not stop till nightfall.
What about
Heirlooms?
You've already had it.
We've had one, yes. What about second?
Heirlooms.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about the future of Apex Legends, most notably its alternate realities, because it does seem like there is a giant multiverse going on with Horizon, Wraith, and so many more, and it's going to impact future collection events, and also the story that we know of Apex Legends. So we're going to go over that. We're also going to give out one of the Octane Heirloom recolors. All you guys got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. But without further, well, actually there will be a do. Everyone keeps asking. This cat's name is Ori, and that one is named Naru. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is actually going to be the collection events for Season 21. Don't worry, we still have the Noir event coming at probably early April, around the time of April Fools, with all the Noir skins we've been seeing in the museum. But we're going to talk about Season 21 ones because it is a very interesting lore season, at least that's what it's setting up to be. Now, we know that from Hypermist, the 3 events are called Void Sinister. That's a pretty evil one. Void Knights, that one makes me think that, you know, maybe we finally see Newcastle's Knight Sword Heirloom. I don't know, we'll go over that later. But then the last one is also called Void Swap, and that one is the one that's got me the most interested and I think will be one of the biggest lore points of the season. Just in case you were curious though, some of the skins for that for Void Knights will be for Path, Loba, and Bloodhound. Those are the epics. Void Swap is a Loba, Vantage, and Valkyrie with rare and epics, and Void Sinister is Valkyrie, Wraith, and a L-Star. Now, the reason that the swap is interesting is that Hypermist also let us know that there's an evil Voidwalker emote for a lifeline, which is weird because the only Voidwalker we know of is Wraith, but there's one there for a lifeline. And the reason this gets really interesting is it looks like we are going to be getting a lot of alternate reality stuff set up in Apex Legends. Now, most of you by now know that in Season 21, we are getting the new legend that is most likely going to be Alter, which is short for alternate, and they have some abilities like Seen from the Void that seem to mimic Wraith. Along with that, we looked at the image of her, and we've seen that she kind of looks pretty evil and sinister there, which lines up with the theme of the collection events that Hypermist said. The only problem is I can't see what character she exactly looks like now. I guess it could be an evil Wraith, but it's kind of hard to get a full picture of it. But what's also interesting is, well, we haven't dived into a lot of Wraith lore in a while, but it's been set up for quite some time that there are alternate versions of Wraith. In fact, the first stories from the Outland for Wraith actually showcases the Voidwalker Wraith interacting with the prison Wraith that was captured and being experimented on, and then finally with them escaping. In fact, what gets really crazy about this whole stories from the Outland is that at the very end, when Wraith found the strength to break free from her prison and escape into a different reality, she escaped into this reality. So it gets a little confusing because the Wraith we play as actually seems to be the alternate Wraith. As a Reddit user points out, Prison Wraith is our Wraith, but from a different universe, and we know nothing about Ghost Wraith. Now, could Ghost Wraith end up being alternate/alter? I actually think there's a good chance because we only ever see Ghost Wraith with a helmet on. We see a little bit of her face when the mask comes off, but there isn't too much detail about her hair or anything else. So it could definitely be a reality that Ghost Wraith finally returns to Apex Legends, and that is who's going to be alternate. We'll find out more because, well, apparently we're getting a huge lore dump at the end of the season with Horizon and the Time Gauntlet from Titanfall 2, as we saw it in the Breakout launch trailer. This also gets really confusing because I've tried to break it down and look up information on how time travel and alternate realities work in Apex Legends, and there's 2 types of phase tech and survival in the Void. Both Wraiths seem to be operating portals and moving around inside the Void, as well as placing exit portals to alternate dimensions. That's Wraith's type of phase tech. However, there seems to be another one that Horizon has access to, or at least the Branthium on Olympus when that was all introduced. In fact, there was a thing in around season 8, maybe 9, I can't remember what season exactly, but Horizon actually time travels to her apartment and talks about a we change in time and how she did it, you brilliant lassie. I cannot tell you how, but you did it or you will do it, signifying that she does travel in time to find Newt. But the problem is we don't know if the time gauntlet or the time travel works by going to an alternate reality or it's a single set line. Believe me, this is all incredibly confusing, and I really am kind of curious on how the Respawn dev team is going to handle time travel, especially with how it was introduced in Titanfall with Jack Cooper. What will likely though be happening while we do this whole Horizon story quest thing is we'll finally be seeing that new artifact dagger, which is going to be what seems to be a customizable heirloom put out by Kral Rindo a long time ago. That the artifact dagger is a quest-based heirloom coming to the game. It was showcased in the Season 20 trailer, the same as the Horizon showcase with the time travel gauntlet. So it would make sense that the artifact dagger is directly linked to the time travel / alternate reality, which could feature the other new character alternate while Horizon story gets closed up. Not to mention, the artifact dagger has an animation for an Apex Predator Predator card, which would be a great setup because when we finally unlock it and we see it, it could introduce Alter coming in, dropping the Apex Predator card as she has now been invited to the games, maybe in her universe or in our universe. But that seems to be the most likely reason on why the Predator card is an animation, or at least one of the inspects on it. In fact, the artifact dagger could actually be something that belongs to Alter. It's also kind of interesting, just a little side note, that almost every single pop culture thing of the last couple of years has been trying to do multiverses. I mean, you got Marvel doing it out the butt. We also do know that Marvel, owned by Disney, and EA has a close relationship with Disney due to prior licensing with Star Wars, could very likely have been setting up this event and storyline for quite some time, which is something that they do, and that with Marvel getting ready to do Kang the Conqueror, it would be a good time for a collab event, which could make a lot of sense because we know that they're going to do more of those in the future. I don't know, just spitballing here, but it makes a lot of sense. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on Apex Legends Season 20 so far? Are you excited for any of the multiverses plus new legend coming in Season 21? And what are your thoughts overall on Apex Legends right now? Also, don't forget to check out this channel right here where I cover news and updates on other video games. It helps out my channel a lot, and I like covering that kind of stuff as well. And until next time, everyone, keep slaying the Outlands. We'll see you out there.